Good morning, Borada. Good morning. How are you? Oh, I'm a bit wiggly, sorry. By the time you see this, I will be in my car on my way to have my COVID vaccine. And I'm really excited about that. I'm not looking forward to feeling a bit rough afterwards. Everyone tells me I will be, but that's okay. We'll cope with that. I just love the idea that I'm going to be vaccinated and a little safer. And the immediate thing you do when you realise that that's happening is think, well, what does that change? What's that going to mean for me? And I started to think about whether or not I could contemplate meeting up with my parents. So they live in England, and I haven't seen them since Christmas 2019. So that's nearly 16 months. And it's probably about time, isn't it? And then I had a bit of well, what do we do about that? Because I live in Wales, I don't. What are the rules in England? I just don't know what they are. So I need to go and Google those and find out what I'm allowed to do, what they're allowed to do, how we might be able to meet up, and perhaps there'd be somewhere we could meet halfway and have lunch, and all the complications around that. But there really is potential now to safely meet them after so long. Looking up the rules and regulations felt very odd, and I still need to navigate them. I just don't know what I'm doing with them, really. Not least because they've changed so much and so often, and the main news is telling us the English stuff, and we live in Wales and have to look for sort of subtitles almost on that. And I felt like I was really having to navigate something foreign. Don't ask me why, but my immediate next thought from that, and this is how my brain works, was I wonder if trying to navigate the English COVID rules is what it's like for somebody the first time they come to church. And by that I mean all the words are familiar, but they're being used in strange ways. You've got a kind of idea of what to expect because you've got a general feel for what church might be like, got a general feel for what the restrictions are around COVID. But actually, what does this church do, and how does it work in this church? What will be behind this wooden door? How is this going to be? And don't you think that wooden door is such a tough barrier? I wouldn't go shopping in a shop that I couldn't see into. I wish we had glass doors, beautiful glass doors, so that people could come towards the building and see what was going on inside. There's always that fear. I mean, I live and breathe churches now, and I still always have that fear the first time I open the door that I might be disturbing something that I didn't know was going on. So, there we are. I'm the vicar and I still get anxious about opening the church door. What must it be like for somebody to dare to come in to a service the first time, not knowing exactly what it is they're navigating and worrying and wondering if they're going to get it right and if they're kind of playing by the rules, if you like. Is that ringing bells for anybody? It's just really dear to my heart that we are welcoming and inclusive, and that it's not scary to open the door and come in and be part of us. I'm going to read you a little bit from the Message version of the Bible, which is quite a quirky version, but sometimes it phrases things really beautifully. And it's a description to the community in Ephesus, to the Ephesians, about what church might look like. Here we go. You're no longer strangers or outsiders. You belong here, with as much right to the name Christian as anyone. God is building a home. He's using us all, irrespective of how we got here, in what he is building. He used the apostles and the prophets for the foundation. Now he's using you, fitting you in brick by brick, stone by stone, with Christ Jesus as the cornerstone that holds all the parts together. We see it taking shape day after day, a holy temple built by God, all of us built into it, a temple in which God is quite at home. I think that's a lovely picture. and I find it immensely challenging. Are we really managing that? Are we really building something where everybody feels welcome, where everybody feels they've got a part? Are we building something that is familiar and comfortable and homely, even to the newcomer? I'm on a bit of a roll this morning, aren't I? It's all right, I'll slow down once I've had my jab. I would love to hear from you. This is really serious. I know I always say, oh, drop me a line, let me know. I really would love to hear from you what you think we're getting right and wrong in the way that we welcome people, in the way that we lead our worship, in the way that we include or don't include people. I'd really love to know what your feelings are. And in many ways, if you don't come to church but just watch the 5 minutes, then you're the people I need to hear from most. I want to know what we could be doing so that church feels as comfortable as doing this online. Huge! I'm off to have my jab. I shall talk to some of you later, and I hope to hear from lots and lots of you. Have a good day. Lots of love and God bless. Bye bye.